It's 9:22. Where are you at? Snuggled in bed, all comfortable? Asleep, snoring already? Watching TV? Alas, I have not even eaten yet. It's a baseball night by the time we got in, and I fed my children's, and then I put up supplies, and then I recorded one set of notes for one grade level. It was time to do homework with my babies, tuck them in, prayer, all that good stuff. Now I'm back at it. I will eat, but y'all are important to me. So, elapsed time. Elapsed. This word, elapsed, y'all say it. Elapsed means how much time has passed. So let's say it again. Elapsed. Elapsed means how much time has passed. So for example, if I ask you, how much time has elapsed since you went to the bathroom? I'm asking you how much time has passed from when you left to when you came back. Elapsed is time passing. All right. So how much time has elapsed? They're just asking you how much time has passed. So here we're going to start from yesterday's stuff and we're going to tell time, but then we're going to find out how much time has passed. So first thing we should be looking for is that danger zone. Is your minute hand in the danger zone? No, you're safe. Let's write the word hour. The short word, H-O-U-R, is the shorthand. Minute, the longer word, is the longer hand, M-I-N-U-T-E. And I would definitely make them write it twice. So we're going to write this twice. Hour, H-U-R, short word, shorthand, long word, longhand. And I'd already go ahead and get up and make sure they copy that down correctly where you can read it. And then I'd sit back down. All right, hour. This hour hand is between what hours? 7 and 8. Well, clocks go from 12, tick to 1, tick, 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 tick. So you're after 7. And this 6, if you color from the 0, the 12, to the 6, what do we know that we're coloring? 30 minutes, yes. What else? Half. Yeah, this is half of a clock. How many minutes are in an hour? If they don't know, pull out that star chart, point it out. 60 minutes are an hour. Half of an hour is 30. Let's count. How many minutes are in the number to number? 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So this is 7:30. So clock A is 7:30. Clock B. Is your minute hand in the danger zone? Yes. Warning. The hour hand is trying to lie to you. I'm angry. Hours are trying to lie. It looks like it's 2, but it's not 2 yet. It's 1 o'clock. Why does it look like it's at 2? Because in 5 minutes, it's going to be 2 o'clock. But it's not 2 yet. So if you know 30 is the 6, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So we're at 1:55. All right. Y'all read me the question. And if they don't read it aloud or some of them aren't participating, make them read it again. We're looking for time elapsed between A and B. What does that mean? How much time has elapsed? Yeah, how much time has passed? All right, so there's lots of ways to do this. This is the way Miss Pierce does it. It makes most sense to me. So we're going to start at 7:30 because you need to start with A and go to B. So we're going to go from 7:30 and we want to stop at 1:55. So how many minutes are in an hour? 60 minutes. So how many minutes could I add to 30 to make an hour? 30, right? Because 3 plus 3 is 6. So 30 plus 30 is 60 minutes. So in 60 minutes, you've got a new hour. So 30 plus 30 would take us to our new hour, right? All right, well, I need to get to 1 o'clock, right? Well, let's think. What if I add 2 hours, 2 H's? 8 plus 2 is 9, 10. Let me see, could I add another 2 hours? 10, 11, 12. Yep. Let's add another 2h. That'd be 12. Could I add another 2 hours? Well, 12 would go to 1, 1 would go to 2. Do we want to hit 2 o'clock? No. So we're only going to add 1 hour. 12 plus 1 is 13, but in time, 12 plus an hour goes to 1. Right? You're at 0. What plus 0 is 55? Yeah, 55 minutes, right? 0 plus 55 is 55. How much time has passed? Well, this is not new. You went from 7:30 to 1:55. That's what you already had. The elapsed time is how much time has passed. Let's count the hours first. 2, 4, 5 hours. We've got 5 hours here, right? And then you've got 55 and 30. How many minutes are in an hour? 60. Well, here's 55. How many? I don't know. This might be worse for them. I don't know. I've never done it like this. I had done it a different way. I was thinking this might work. That's 85 total, right? How many minutes are in an hour? 60. So if we pull out 60 minutes, we're pulling out an hour, which would leave 25. So 5 plus this would make 6 hours, 25 minutes. Now, I tried that a little different. I went minutes and then hours. Normally, I didn't do that. So normally, I'm going to go back to how I normally did this. I would do 7:30 plus 2 hours, 9:30, 2 hours. 2 hours would be 11 to 12 to 1. Yeah, that would be easier. And then I always tell the kids do 5s, 10s, 20s, easy things. What plus 3 is 5? 2. So 30 plus 20 would be 150. 5 more minutes would make 55. See how much easier that would be? I don't know where I screwed up here. Now I'm in 6 hours. Did I mess something up? Oh, it is 6 hours. Hello. 6 hours, 25 minutes. That's much easier. Do hours than minutes. Not that method. All right. All right. So now that we know what we're doing, hour hand. Which one's the hour? Short. Good. What do we need to look for? Yeah, is your minute hand in the danger zone? It kind of looks like it is. Make sure they know danger zone would be before 12, though, because if you're on 12, you're straight up on 0, right? So he's fine. It's straight up 10 o'clock. How do I know it's not 11 o'clock? Well, because it's not on 11. How do I know it's not 9 o'clock? It's not on 9, right? All right. Minute hand is the long one, right? Is it in the danger zone? No. So your hour is pointing to 11. Your minute hand, how many minutes have passed? 5. So remember, minutes are like cents. There need to be 2 digits. So we're going from 10 to 11:05. When they ask me how much time has elapsed, what are they asking? How much time has passed? So we're going to write down 10 o'clock. And we're going to write down 11:05. We need to get from here to here. Think about it like a digital clock, right? So we're going to add hours first. If you add 1 hour, 10 plus 1 makes 11. We don't change the minutes. Do we need to add another hour? No. You want to get to 11:05. So what do we add to go from 0 to 5? 5 minutes. How much time has elapsed? 1 hour, 5 minutes. So we don't write it like this because it's not 1:05 on the clock. How much time has passed? If I said how much time has passed, you wouldn't say 1:05 because you'd be like, what? 1 hour and 5 minutes. That's what's past. All right, then you're going to need to talk a little bit. This is when I usually touch the poster that I had in my classroom. If you're looking at the same time but a different time of day, like 7:15 a.m. to a 7:15 p.m., that's exactly 12 hours. So same time, 12 hours. But it has to be a different time of day. A in the alphabet comes before P, right? AM comes before PM. That's because AM is your morning. And your morning starts at midnight. Like when you wake up and it's dark outside early in the morning and it's 12. 12 is the start of a new day. So a new day actually starts when we're sleeping. So midnight, 12 midnight is when AM starts. And that's a morning. You wake up at 2 in the morning. That is the morning. PM starts at lunchtime. PM is past midday. A comes before P in the alphabet. Morning comes before afternoon. That's how I always remembered it. And I would tell them that. So 7:15 to 7:15, but morning to night is a 12-hour difference. And so I showed them this on the number line in my classroom. I'm trying to find a blank sheet of paper. So it kind of looked like this. You had 12 a.m. And here's noon, which is 12 p.m. And that's your midnight. Even though they're not tested on midnight, noon, this is like huge to me. This is part of like real world why we need to learn time. So my poster shows them this like AM, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I'm telling the kids, you wake up, you're at school, you're in math, you're at PE, you're doing wind period, lunchtime, bam, lunch, noon. And then, now you're in social studies, science, the second block, you're getting out of school. It's after school or you're riding the bus. Now you're eating snacks. Now you're doing homework. You're eating supper, playing a little bit, getting ready for bed. You're in bed. You should be in bed. Bam. So that's kind of what mine looks like. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 hours have elapsed. But notice it's the same time, 12 and 12. But it's an AM to a PM. If I'm talking about 4 a.m. versus 4 p.m., this is after school. This is when you wake up and have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours. Same time, different time of day. Take some time to talk about that because that will help them. All right, so you go back here. What time is on the clock? Well, you're not in the danger zone, so short hour, 1. Half of a clock, half of an hour, 30 minutes. And if they don't know that, you show them 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I make them shade it so they get used to seeing half. All right, now this one's a little different. We're not asking how much time has passed. We're asking what time will it be 3.5 hours? Will it be? Is this future or past tense? It's future. We don't know the time, so we need to move forward. So we start at 1:30, and we're going to move forward 3 hours. 3 hours. Half. What's half? And I would definitely write this half is 30 minutes. That way if it's on their assignment or something. So we need to move 3 hours, 30 minutes. Now minutes, I often would encourage them to do 10, 10, and 10, 10, 10, 10 for 30. But in this case, 30 plus 30 is an hour, so it kind of just depends on the problem. And we're going to add, because when you're moving forward, you're adding parts. So 1:30 hours. This is the hour. So 1 plus 3 would be 4. And we don't touch the minutes. So 4:30. 3 plus 3 is 6. So 30 plus 30 is 60. And 60 minutes is an hour. So you're at a new hour. So what time will it be? It'll be 5 o'clock. This is not elapsed time. We're not saying how much time has passed. We're saying what time will it be. It will be 5 o'clock. All right, what time is on the clock? Well, look, this long minute is in that danger zone. So warning, it's almost 6. This one's not so deceiving. So it's almost 6. Yep, 15, 5, 10, 15 minutes is going to be 6, right? So it is a quarter till 6. So it's not 6 yet, it's 5. And how many quarters have we passed? Well, here's your 4 quarters. 4 quarters make $1. 4 quarters make a clock. That's why when you see fourths, that's 1 out of 4. These are quarters. So 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, and then you would show them it's 45. I'm speeding because I'm hungry, sorry. And then summarize that I want the time will be quarter of an hour. Well, I have to know that 1 quarter, 1 out of 4, because 4 quarters make $1, so 1 quarter in time is a 15-minute interval. I think I'd make them highlight 1 quarter. So it's 5:45. Will it be? That's future. What time is it going to be? I would not add straight up 15. I would add 5 and 10. So I think I would do plus 5 plus 10. 45. Think of fives. 40, 45, 50. So now we're at 5:50. And when you add 10, you're just changing the tens digit. 50 becomes, no, don't tell me 6 o'clock. 50 plus 10 makes 60. 60 minutes is a new hour. So 5 plus a new hour, 6 o'clock. I expect y'all to show me the jumps, time jumping. So I don't want you doing it in your head. I don't want you doing it on your fingers. I want you solving it because this is actually one of the most difficult concepts. So the time, we're in the danger zone. So it looks like it's pointing to the 11. It's pointing to the 11 because in 10 minutes, it's going to be 11. So it's 10. It's not 11 yet. How many minutes is half of an hour? 30. So let's count from 30 to the 10 by fives. 35, 40, 45, 50. So it is 10:50. It's almost 11. All right, well, we want the time. Let's see, we want the time. Was it 2 hours, 25 minutes ago? Was ago means past tense. So 10:50 is the time we're at now, but we want to know what time was it. So we're going to move backwards. And when you're moving backwards, you're not adding, you're subtracting. So we're going to subtract 2 hours. So 10 minus 2 H's. Well, 10 minus 2 hours is 8. 50. We don't touch the minutes. All right. 25 minutes. You could subtract 25 right here because 50 is more. If I have 0, I sure can't pull out 5. So I regroup. 10 minus 5 is 5. So it would be 8:25. That's okay. And at this point, I tell the kids, why haven't I been showing you that? Isn't that easier? Because this is what happens. If you do 10:50 minus 2 hours, 25 minutes. It works, right? Yay! Let's see, 1:30, and we went forward 3.5 hours. Oh, poo. That doesn't work because you need to know 60 minutes is another hour. So 4 plus 1 is 5. Kind of works. It doesn't work all the time. I'm trying to think. Like how... It works sometimes. It doesn't work all the time. That's one thing I show them. So it might work. My method of jumping works all the time. Adding and subtracting works sometimes. So be careful with it. If that's what they do and they get it right and they've shown it, good for them. But if they're getting it wrong all the time, well, it's probably because it's not working. What time's on the clock? Well, we're not in the danger zone. Short hour pointing to 1. That's 5 minutes. So 1:05. Will it be 12 hours? Will it be? It's not that time yet. We need to move in the future. Now, I remember that 12 hours. I remember Miss Pierce went up to that poster and drew that thing. Here's what I know about 12 hours. 12 hours, same time, different time of day. So 12 hours would be 1:05. But if this were AM, A comes first, AM is morning, then this would be PM. If you were at 1:05 after lunch, then the next 12 hours, the 1:05 would be 1 AM, like dark time, waking up in the middle of the night kind of thing. So I can cheat on that one. And I definitely would lead them that way. So 2, and then right here, 5, 10, 15. It's 2:15. That is a quarter. What time was it? 12 hours, 12 and a half ago. Ago is past. We want to go backwards. 12 hours. Well, we just said 12 hours is same time, different time of day. So if we jump back 12 hours, it's still 2:15. It's just that this would have been 2:15 after school, and now this is 2:15 early in the morning, or vice versa. Half of a clock, and I go back to my notes, is 30 minutes. Half, 30. So I need to go back 30 minutes. This is the danger zone. You try to do 15 minus 30. I mean, what the heck is that? We don't have 85 minutes. This is why I do not do this. So here's where you have to be smart. Half of an hour is 30 minutes. I don't want to subtract 30 because you only have 15. So here's what I am going to do. I'm going to subtract 15 minutes because I know 15 minus 15 is 0. So I'm straight up at 2 o'clock. Now this is where the kids have to listen. You need 30 minutes. We've only gone 15. Y'all should know that 15 plus a 15, that's 10, is 30. So if you've used up 15, you still have 15 more. Now, I'm going to subtract 10, and then I'm going to subtract 5, because 10s are simple, 5s are simple. Here's the thing you have to know about elapsed time. So we're at 2 o'clock. If we were counting forward, that'd be easy. We're going backwards, though. So on a clock, when you go forward, it's 0, 5, 10, 15. If you're going backwards, though, 12 is not 0. If you made it all the way around, it'd be 60 minutes. So going backwards, it'd be 60, 55, 50. So what I need to know is that 2 o'clock is really starting at a 60 minutes. So we roll back into 1 o'clock, and 60 minus 10 is 50 because you're just changing the tens digit. Minus 5, it's still 1 o'clock. We're just subtracting 5 minutes, which would be 45. And then this one is a 5:25. Was it 4 hours, 40 minutes ago? Was it past tense? So we're going to go back minus 4 hours, 40 minutes. Well, I'm going to do 4 hours first. 5 minus 4 is 1. 40 minutes. Well, do you have 40 minutes to subtract? No, you don't. So we can knock out 25, because 25 minus 25 is 0. So you're straight up at 1 o'clock. Now, we had 40, and we've used 25. So we still have 15 to go. So minus 10, minus 5. Again, you're going backwards. So you're at the 12 moving backwards. So that's not 0, 5. That's 60, 55, 50, 45. So going backwards, it's like 60 minus 10. So you're changing this tens digit from a 6 to a 5. And it's not 1. It went back to 1250. 5 more would be 1245.